Live on the Fuse UK. It's the one and only, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man too sweet to be sour. He is your friend. He is my friend, but he's not the friend behind the person standing behind you. Luke Hughes.
Yes, people, what's happening? Nice one for coming back to the Fuse UK. It's much appreciated as always. Sorry about the change up in the background. I've got all my stuff at the studio and I'm doing the podcast from home tonight. But we've got a good little show on tonight. Some of the lads who were fighting on the BKFC Prospects card in Newcastle on June the 8th. Our first guest of the night. I'm excited to see this kid go. It's Jack Khaw. He's got an MMA background and I'm looking forward to seeing him in the bare knuckle. Here he is. How are you doing, Jack?
Not bad, mate. You?
All good, my mate. All good. How's things?
Not bad, mate. Same old, just grafting hard, working away, and hopefully come smash the head in come June 8th.
Good man, good man. The way I normally do it, mate, when I get guests on, is like basically start a bit from the beginning of where you first started fighting, talk a bit about your background and that.
Basically, mate, I've got both eyes in a pigeon chest, so I'm telling how to fight. That's plain and simple, it, mate. I went to a gym. Said I'd never be anything but punching bag. So I moved and trained with Ian Jones and Neil Wayne. Trained for them for about 7 years. Won a fight, broke my leg, said never walk again. And then I had 3-4 years off, came back, and then I had 2 fights in the last 2 or 3 months. And back at Newcastle, back with Neil Wayne and back where I belong.
Oh, so is it mainly the MMA, is that your main background, MMA?
To be fair, mate, I never liked MMA. I was always doing it and that, but I never really liked it. I just like a fight, mate. It's as simple as that. I come to fight. I wanted to do bare knuckle, but I was too young. I wanted bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started doing a bit of MMA, won a title, represented Team UK. I just didn't like wrestling, mate. I found it boring.
Yeah.
So I had a few boxing fights, knocked both of them guys out, then in amateur boxing. Then I went to K1. I knocked 5 out in first minute. Then I went back to boxing. I had my semi-pro unlicensed boxing debut. Now December. I knocked him out in about 20 seconds. Well, he didn't want it. So we get in about 20 seconds. I thought someone fought British title. Well, a British title, like the promotion. He was 18-3. And I first shot, I dislocated my shoulder. And about 20 seconds after that, I put him to sleep. So I thought it's time for bare knuckle now.
Yeah. So what were you like sort of growing up? Were you a bit of a kid who always got into scraps and that?
Do you know what it is, mate? It's the same again, because I look like nothing. I'm built like a bus ticket, mate. When it's a windy day, you have to tie me down, mate. I'll be honest with you. So I'm not nothing. So I got bullied and stuff like that. And I learned how to fight. Then I got kicked out of school. So instead of going to school, I just went to gym. And I just grafted away in gym, mate. But I'm not like an athlete like everyone else. I come to fight. I come for a dog fight. I know I stand in the middle and swing it out, mate. But no one's got that dog in him no more. No one wants it like that no more. It's very rare now you see people now. They're all athletes. There's no fighters no more. That generation's gone.
Yeah. I totally get you, mate. And with what you've seen in the bare knuckle so far, have you been to any of the other shows live yet?
No, mate. To be fair, like I said, I was back from injury in December. And everything's just been like shot through, if you know what I mean. I was back in gym like 2 weeks I was back in gym. I took a fight on about 4 days' notice, something like that. I said, I fancy you do now. I said, can get your fights that day. So Monday I said, yeah, sound, I'll come down. Fought kid was 3-0, I think he was. And I smashed him in about 20 seconds. Then everyone were on me then, come fight for our title, this and that. So I said, the one in February it was. I said, yeah, I'll come fight your boy, local pretty boy, Jack Pretty Boy Toyo called, like local good lad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I dislocated my shoulder, popped it back in myself and put him to sleep like. So then it was straight into bare knuckle. And Neil Wayne and Ryan Robinson said, "You fancy bare knuckle?" I says, "Yeah, mate, get big well ring, mate, I'm game."
Yeah, cushy. What weight are you going to be fighting at?
I walk around about 68, 69, so I'm just gonna fight at that. At the end of the day, mate, where I look at, if I went out with that last and someone grabbed her ass, I won't say what's your weight, what's your record. I'm just chin them, won't I? So what's the difference in a ring, mate? It's the same old, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just one of them.
Definitely, mate. And have you seen any of the lads who are in there now fighting for the BKFC who are roughly your weight that you think you'd have a good fight with in the future, or you'd look
To be fair, mate, I did an interview for BKFC. I'm not bothered, mate. Anybody, anyway, any man.
Yeah.
Fuck the records, mate. It's off for swearing. Records are for DJs, mate. As simple as that. I'm about to hold your pants up. So any man who wants it, mate, they can get it. Simple as that. Good prove my sense. Put Bartek away. Hopefully get straight back out within a month or two after that. And have 3-4 fights this year. Make my statement and then start calling shots.
Yeah, now it must be good as well to be taking a part in it, with especially the news last night with obviously Conor McGregor now being an owner in the company. Like, it must be a bit exciting for his fighters.
He only can because I'm it, pal. As simple as that. No, it's good. It's good, mate. It's good for us all. Do you know what I mean? It's good for everyone, really, because I feel like I can bring a lot to BKFC. I'm not really a talker. This is my first interview. Do you know what I mean? Like, properly. I'm not a talker. It's like a fight. So when they see me fight, they'll like me, and then hopefully we can work well together, grow together, and make a few well along the way.
Is there any fighters that you look up to in the BKFC?
To be fair, mate, I really like Rico Franco. I really like him, mate. I've known him a lot of years through training and stuff like that. It's from Scunthorpe, we trained in Leeds. I like Rico Franco. Like Robbie Brown's a good kid as well.
Yeah.
And just like Mike Perry and that. Do you know what I mean? I don't really like watch fighting, mate. If I'm honest, I just like fighting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A lot of the lads who I speak to, like in the BKFC and that, they're like they don't even watch the fights, like the BKFC. They just like they couldn't tell you who's in what weights and out. They just love to fucking fight.
Yeah, I've never really fought at weight categories. Me, I've always just been like I'm meant to fight. I've done totally side like 3 fights lined up. So I'm gonna fight at 68 kilo for a title, 73 and then 85 for a title. I was gonna walk in at my weight now. Do you know what I mean? I don't really look at weights. I just think you can have it, you can have it, you can have it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Three different weights. Ed, do you think you'd make the weights easy as well? What did you say you're walking around at?
68. I was gonna walk in at 68 kilo, mate. You just fight at that weight. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, mate, it's only a different environment, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And do you like all the rules set of the BKFC as well, with the clinch and all, hitting in the clinch being allowed?
Yeah, like, to be fair, I don't really do clinching. I've not been big-headed, mate, but as soon as I unload on someone anyway, mate, they go down, do you know what I mean? But like I said, mate, I could get knocked out as well, do you know what I mean? But I don't, at the end of the day, if I get knocked out, I still go home to my kids at weekend. Do you know what I mean? I still go home to my kids. I've got 2 kids, to my face don't matter. So I just go in there, mate, and you just get stuck in, do you know what I mean? And clinch up if I have to clinch up, but rules, I think they'll suit me down to the ground. Like Neil Wayne, if you know him, is really respected in bare knuckle and boxing and stuff like that. And he says I'm built for it, like, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. And I'm taking it you've watched some of Bartek's fights that he's had in the BKFC.
No, mate, I haven't even looked at him, mate. I don't even know what it looks like. If I'm honest with you, I'm not really bothered. He wants to worry about me, mate. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just a man in front of me, innit? I've never watched him since I've been a kid. Never watched him. I thought I'm not going to start now, mate.
Yeah, and with you saying obviously the bare knuckle in that suiting you, is it because you were more like a striking fighter? Like when you said within MMA, you didn't like to do nothing but strike, basically.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, on it first, I lost MMA, mate, as well. Took me down. Yeah, I mean, in a toe-to-toe fight, mate, I'll stand in with anyone. I'm not an athlete, mate. I'm not a boxer. I'm not a Thai boxer. I'm not any fighter. I just like a fight. You know what I mean? I can box good. Like with Bartek, I'll probably come in and do a few alley shuffles around him and that, and show people what I can do. But I've never had a chance to do that, mate. Because as soon as I've hit people, I've gone down. My longest striking fight, with 9 fights, lasted a minute, and most of them have been undefeated guys. Do you know what I mean? So I might come in, show my skills off this time a little bit, and then I'll take him out like I don't know yet. Might get a few rounds in.
Yeah, and when you said you don't like really, when you weren't taking it serious, like when you've got the fight though, like you have now about it when it's confirmed, do you get like in a certain zone where you just like totally focused throughout camp, or is it just you're not asked, you just do whatever to make the weight and get in?
I train every night anyway. Spar a lot of guys. I'm seeing that Scott McEwen from another promotion. Some rounds with him. I've got some lads who's fighting on this show. Going down for Liverpool to spar me on Saturday. So I'll get rounds in. Do you know what I mean? I train every day. I guess it's just good for my head, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I ain't got a routine and stuff like that, my head just wanders. So I just stick at gym every night. work all day on shovel as a ground worker, and then box every night, mate, and then train on the morning sometimes when I can.
Yeah, class. And the lad who you come down to the prospect show with in Middlesbrough, is he fighting? Is he
He's on it. He's fighting. Is it Simon Oman or something like that? Guy with long hair.
Yeah,
He's
when I
fighting him.
seen his, because I didn't know that, I couldn't remember the lad's name, but when I seen his face on the poster, I thought, I wonder if that's that kid who come with Jack Khaw.
Yeah. Mark Rubik, we call him Mushy, but he's one of his sparring partners at gym, one of my main ones. Like, so yeah, he's fighting as well. Be a good fight. He can have a good do him. Like,
Yeah, cushy, mate. It's good. It's a really exciting show. Where can people contact you for tickets and things?
my Instagram, mate. 2 seconds, I'll tell you it now. I've got a Facebook page, which is obviously Jack Khaw, athlete page, and then my Instagram is Jack_Khaw1. Get everything tickets through there.
Yeah, Kushti. And before we wrap it up as well, mate, is there any sponsors or anything like that who you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, there's DMP Tank Cleaning Services, Creative Flooring Solutions, and DK Landscaping Services. They're helping me. I work part time for DK, and the rest of the sponsors are all helping me so I can train more often and get more work in, stuff like that. All one pinches and cream embroidery as well. That sorts of my fight count and stuff like that.
Yeah, Kushti, bro. And is there anything else that you want to share with us, pal?
Well, that's it, mate. Just a big shout out to me, Jim, and thank you to Bakewell and Ryan and Jay and Neil Wayne for getting me on the show. And I hope David Feldman's ready to see me over in America in the next coming months, because that'll be happening. Smoke this kid straight on plane. Any notice, mate? All I'm saying is, if you get me a fight in a week's notice, on a discussion is who's cow taking. Simple as that. So get me over there.
Class, mate. I'm excited to seeing your debut, Jack, and I really appreciate you coming on, bro. I hope
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, time. Thank you very much.
See you later, bro.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Bye. Yes, people. Exciting kid, isn't he? I'm looking forward to seeing Jack Khaw like on the show. What do you reckon, people? Good little character, isn't he? Just waiting for Dan Muhammad to come on now. What did you all think, by the way, last night? Big Mickey Terrell defending the world title against Lorenzo Hunt, the face of BKFC, the pound for pound, the cruiserweight champ, light heavyweight champ. First round, gone. Mint. Unbelievable. Congratulations to Mick Terrell and the team and everyone up in Shields and Newcastle who's supporting with him, his family and everything. Deserves it, man. Class. Let's have a look through some of these comments. I'm not reading that top one name out. Get up, Jack. Rick Doughty, respect my brother. Top right-hand corner there. RSD, Transportation and Recoveries. The main man. Boyo. Good to see you last night, my mate. Good to see, as always, as well, Ross from In the Red Corner podcast, doing the commentary last night on a show with Danny Christie. Good little show. Done a good job. Like to see him on the MC side as well. Good ring announcer. Be good to see him back out on some shows doing all his shit that he does on the mic in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Jack, can't wait to see this fight, lad. The main event. BKFC Prospect Series. Newcastle, June the 8th. The main man, Paul the Menace Venice versus Stano Tabakov from Bulgaria. 2 seconds, people. Can't wait to see Vena's debut like. Where's he gone? There he is. Paul Venice. First round knockout. Good luck, you got balls. Jab the like for the fuse. Dave Cummins, Pack a Punch Man. Respect everyone. He's my best mate. One hard kid, can't wait for this fight. Shout James Foster. Big up, Mick. And here he is now, another guy who's fighting on the BKFC Prospect Series. Finally got a fight. He's had so much bad luck, this lad. You couldn't write it, I swear to God. But now he's setting, travels up and down the country, getting this work, and I cannot wait to see this guy on his debut for the BKFC. It's Mr. Dan Mohammed. What's happening, brother?
How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm all good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Feeling good.
Good, man. Are you excited for it, pal?
Oh, can't wait, mate. Like you say, it feels like it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Need to get in there.
Cushy, mate. I was just wondering if we could start it, Dan, by just talking about where it all started for you, the fight game.
Yeah, mate. Pit fighting.
Yeah.
Fighting where it really took off. And it was funny, I was talking to one of the boys at O'Toole's the other day about this. It's mad how much the bare knuckle and BKFC's grew since then. I wouldn't say it's mainstream to say you do bare knuckle now, but it's a lot more, normalised and accepted and whatnot.
Yeah, 100%. Like I was just being saying there, people in the comments are just reminding me, not that I need reminding, but the likes of McGregor buying into the company and that now, it's crazy, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it's mad. I mean, a few years ago, you would never even consider, sell out shows or be live on the telly and live on different platforms and whatnot. So for now, the most iconic, I'd say, combat sportsman in the planet, to be buying it's insane, mate.
Yeah, it's class. And before the pit fighting, did you do any boxing or out like that? Did you have any white collar fights or any experience? Or
Didn't,
just
game? Mate, just straight in.
Game as a badger.
Yeah, in at the deep end.
Because when I come up to, when I seen you up Bungles that day when I come up, you look like you'd done a bit of boxing and that. I thought like you were a boxer. I thought that was your background.
So that is, before I started training with Andy and that, even when I had my bare knuckle fights, whether it be pit or bad to the bone or that, because I was training with boxers and boxing coaches, I've not really evolved until I've started training with Andy and Baz and whatnot down at O'Toole's.
Yeah, because I know they have a lot of love for you, the lads up there, don't they? I think it's like, what gives you this dedication, mate? Like, to do what you do, you travel all over on your own. Like, I think, were you getting the train down from Scotland all the way to Newcastle to do like gym sessions and that?
Yeah, mate, like 3, 4 in the morning and whatnot, buses and everything.
Yeah, mate, that's fucking dedication, that, bro.
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, mate, it's like you can't half-arse anything the way I see it. And you definitely can't half-arse bare-knuckle boxing because you're going to end up looking like a dick or ending up badly hurt.
Yeah.
And especially when you get to a stage, not quite where I want to be, but I'm on the platform I want to be at now. So now's the time to work even harder, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. So is that what's basically giving you the dedication, just based on how brutal the sport is and you wanting to do well in the sport?
Yeah, I'd say so, mate. I mean, again, I think where a lot of people kind of reduce bare knuckle to street fighting or, just brawling. But there's so much more to that. And you need to train just like you would any other combat sport. And I think it's helped me in the past, and I think it's going to help me going forward as well, taking it so seriously.
Yeah, 100%. Tell us how you felt on your bare knuckle debut in the pit. How did it feel?
Mate, the best adrenaline rush you could ever feel. It's honestly nothing like it, mate. I'm quite harsh on myself, so when I got the win, it was more of an instant relief than anything else. But it is just such a buzz. It's unless you've been in there or like yourself in and around that environment.
Yeah.
There's not a feeling or atmosphere like it.
No, there's not, man. Nothing comes close. Like, are you like boxing events, like sort of get people pumped up. But if you go to the bare knuckle event and you're in shots landing, you know it's fucking real, don't you? When it's bare knuckle, you know shit's going down. Like there's no hiding in bare knuckle. You can hide sort of in boxing, but not hide, but you can cover up well, can you, with your gloves and that? But you're not doing that in bare knuckle.
No, you know you're going to get hurt, mate. And it's just how you deal with it, making sure you can hurt the other guy more than he hurts you.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, it was good to see Mick win defend the title last night.
Oh, mate, unreal. Yeah, it's again kind of talking about myself there. I started after he won the title in December. That was, I think, week after I started down at O'Toole's. So to see him, I was up early this morning, watching him get the win, and that was a class feeling.
Yeah, it was, mate. Unbelievable. I was buzzing, like, unbelievable, mate. And why do you fight, Dan? Like, what is it that makes you want to fight? Why do you fight? Get up on the morning and get on the train and things like that?
There's a few reasons, mate. I think there's something like almost freeing about it, to be able to go and hurt another guy, punch another guy about. But I also think there's something inside me, inside a lot of people, I'm sure most of the guys you speak to, there'll be something inside them that gets a release and a buzz out of it. And that's what it is for me as well.
Like before the pits, were you a fighting man before you got into the sport? Like, did you have many like scraps outside and things like that? Like, were you a bit fiery outside the ring?
Yeah, I'd say so. And it's funny because the more I've kind of developed in with bare knuckle and that, the more that's calmed down, because all my focus on that is towards my career within this sport rather than being a dick in other situations.
Yeah, 100%. And you've got your BKFC debut coming up on the 8th of June. Do you know much about your opponent?
Yeah, I've seen some clips of him, mate. I've seen him at the Liverpool Prospect Series.
Yeah.
So it's the type of caliber guy I want to go up against. Someone who's, I know he's only had one fight, but he's still, people talk about him in BKFC. He's a slick boxer, but it's bare knuckle fighting. It's not boxing, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Brad Taylor I can't remember who we fought now at BKFC Liverpool. He is a slick boxer, but like you say, it's bare knuckle.
Yeah.
With the boxing last night, I don't know if you've seen Angulo, the Mexican who's ex-pro, world champion in that, I think, or fought for a world championship, but he's like a proper established professional boxer. And he went in there with Jeremiah Riggs, who's, I don't think's had a boxing fight in his life. He was MMA, and fuck me, mate, he roughed him up in that first round, didn't have, like a fish out of water, man.
Yeah, and it's like you were saying earlier, like the change over from boxing to bare knuckle is, you can't stress it enough how different it actually is.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think Austin Trout, developed well, not developed, I don't know what the word is, transitioned well over to bare knuckle. I think the sort of Philly shell works, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about learning in that as well. I've been working with top coaches up in Glasgow. And then when I came and started working with Andy and that, it was, I've got a little book that after every training session, I'd write something new that I'd learned specific for bare knuckle that you wouldn't even think of, mate. But then watching some of the fights last night, watching how Mick got his win, it's stuff that I've worked on with Andy and that. I'm thinking, this just shows the difference between what I was training between boxing and with bare knuckle.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously, when you're going down to Newcastle as well, you're training with other BKFC fighters, aren't you? Like you were training with Lewis Keane and that when I was there. Obviously, you got Rob Barry and that in the gym as well. Like you couldn't ask for better training, really, could you?
Oh no, mate. I mean, there's nowhere anyways in the UK, in terms of like the best coaches, the best, boxer. You've got the heavyweight world champion just walking about, casually. You've got guys like Lewis and that. I remember one week I was there. Luke Nevin came to train with Andy.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pick, who's fighting Barkov, he's done a bit. He does a bit with Baz and Andy as well. So it's like you only need to look at the type of guys who are going and training with Baz and Andy and whoever else.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to Pick Jardine's debut as well. He's mustard, in he Pick.
Yeah, he's looking really sharp, mate. And I've said it to everyone. Obviously, probably the toughest opponent you could get for your debut, but you can't write him off. You can't write him off.
No, you definitely can't. And how's this campaign going so far? What weight is this fight at? Is this going to be bantamweight, ever?
Bantamweight, mate.
Bantamweight, yeah.
Yeah, camp's going really well, mate. I was meant to fight in March, but my opponent pulled out. So that was a little bit of a hiccup. Because I was wanting to get out there, get a win, get a nice win, make a statement before going into the big one with BKFC.
Yeah.
But camps went, brilliantly, mate. To be honest, I've been in camp when I was talking to Ross in the red corner the other night. It feels like I've been in camp for about fucking 10 years or something. So just can't wait to get in there.
Yeah, class. And obviously, people who are watching now as well, Dan's looking for sponsors for the upcoming fight he's having on the 8th of June. So make sure you just head over there if you're able to sponsor him for this fight coming up. What's your Instagram and that again, Dan?
Dan Mohammed BKB.
Dan Mohammed BKB. And you're on Facebook as well, aren't you, as Dan Mohammed?
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Sweet. So if anyone watches this podcast and want to support him on his journey, kids doing big things, make sure you head over there, drop him a message, and you've got little packages and that you can sort them out with, haven't you, bro?
Yeah, mate.
But the cushy thing as well, mate, about the situation you're in with a bantamweight, the division isn't that stacked. So you only need a couple of good wins. Do you know what I mean? And you're right up there within like title contention. Do you get me?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's kind of given with bare knuckle. It's always the heavier guys that are kind of battling it out and whatnot. So there is a big opportunity for me there.
Yeah, 100%. And even like the fights, because it's with you being a fighter, it's totally different. You were having all them feelings where like one day I could be like in America, like Mick and that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's all possible, man. Everything's possible in the bare knuckle.
Oh, 100%, mate. And it's something that I think you need to have as well, like that level of aspiration. That you could be there when you're watching shows last night, like Mick's one, and even when I've watched, some of the ones in England and that, wanting to be out there, and it's it's a big deal for me because it's my first fight in BKFC, but it's not going to be my last. I'm determined to make sure that happens.
Yeah, cushy, mate. And before we wrap it up, mate, is there anything else that you want to share with us, or any sponsors, anything like that you want to give a big up to?
Yes, sponsors, mate, helping me out. I've got RSD Transportation.
Yeah, Rick Doughty. Go on, boyo.
Militant Fightwear, Down to Earth Garden Services, and Alpha Omega Massage.
Yeah, wicked, mate. And everybody go and follow him as well. Obviously, to watch him in his future fights within the BKFC and his upcoming fights. And also message him if you need any tickets for the show. Don't get them online. Like, don't be like getting them from the BKFC. Get them off the fighters. It helps them with numbers. It helps them with commissions and things. And you'll be doing these lads a great favour. But really appreciate you coming on, Dan. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, brother.
Thanks very much. Cheers for having me, mate. I'll see you later.
No problem, Dan. Thank you, bro.
Cheers, mate.
Bye. Yes, people. Dan Mohammed. What a guy, man. What a lovely, lovely guy. Dedicated to the max. RSD Transportation. What a guy, man. Sponsoring my man Dan Mohammed as well. And me. He's a boyo. Proper helping the bare knuckle scene out. Shot a few of these comments on. We're going down to see Rick soon. Going to do a little promo video with him. So I can put him a little advert video on at the beginning of the podcasts. Need to get down there and do his little boy racing in his recovery truck. Him and Sam in the cabin. But really appreciate everybody who jumped in there. It's much appreciated as always. Fucking size of them, man. You don't get them off ice pops. I'm excited, man. I'm buzzing for Big Mick. Boyo, come on! Up the bare knuckle in the UK. Right, people. I better get going. Good night. God bless. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of the evening. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, do that now. Whoop, whoop. This podcast was sponsored by RSD Transportation and Recoveries, the main man, Rick Doughty. Get on Instagram. Give him a follow. Boyo.